What's up, everybody? It's your favorite team of obscurities, favorite nerd, and today we are looking at two obscure characters and one rather common one, but Batroc, or is it Batroc? I'm not sure. Hellcat and Spider-Woman from the Marvel Legends Avengers Age of Ultron Wave 2, Part 2. So, take that. So here's Batroc, and I'll be honest with you, I don't know much about him. I know a lot more about DC stuff than I do Marvel, and this is kind of obscure, I think, even by Marvel standards. But I do know that I think he had the Super Soldier Serum also, and I do know that at one point he denounced his devious ways. He granted Captain America a wish or something. I don't know. But let's take a look at him. It's basically the Bucky cap, right? And it's like a completely stripped down version, right? Only thing on there is paint and a new head, from what I can tell. I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm no Marvel Legends expert, but let's take a look. So the head is, first of all, it's loose, but it's on a ball peg on a hinge. But mine is loose, and you can even see how the two seams here aren't all the way together, I'm guessing, which is what's making it loose. But it doesn't flop, it will hold a pose, but it is just a little bit loose. Paint on it is nice. I love the eyes. It's fairly, the black to gold bit there is fairly done. I love the mustache, like it's like a soft plastic. You would have thought they would have just painted it on the face, but they didn't, and that's nice. The goatee is not painted extremely well, or it's smudged off, but the teeth are actually done quite nice. You can see the definition in the teeth, which is good. It's a good head sculpt. I like it a lot. Moving down the figure, we have... Okay, this gets a little weird. So, this is one of my problems with this guy. This is purple. This piece here is a purple piece of plastic, but this piece here is a gold piece of plastic. So that's gold painted on the purple, and that's purple painted on the gold. And that's making my head hurt. It's like... And then on the back, this back piece is molded purple, not molded gold, and it's... But anyway, the show must go on. So they have a stripe of gold going down the center here, and then the paint is painted in there, and that's they couldn't even make that clean, which is unfortunate. Then there's these black stripes, which are actually, they're like pin stripes, and they're done really well, except they're not really lined up 100%. I mean, close enough. Close enough for government work, is that what they say? But it's much better than the black line that's going around the cowl here, which goes into the purple there. But at least that's on the back, so you don't really have to worry about it on a shelf. But the purple's there, mismatched, and then the gold mismatches. It's just sucks. Waist, we got a ab crunch, 2 forward. And then 1 back, or one forward, 1 back. And then waist swivel. Arms are, we know this mold, right? But let's just go through it. Arms are on a ball hinge. We got that smudgy glossiness there. Bicep swivel looks good. Double jointed elbows, which is fine. The gloves are painted on, and then the black lines are painted on the gloves, and I think the black lines here are done really well. It would have been nice if they gave a black link around the edge of the glove just to kind of define it a little bit more. But this is gold painted on purple, and then this is gold plastic, so the glove and hand don't match. Bizarre. So wrist swivel and hinge. He's got a trigger hand with no gun, which I can't stand stuff like that. Same for the other side, except this hand is just a holding hand. And this glove gauntlet is not done as well. You see they just V that one up because they're not exactly sure what to do with it. Twice they got off kilter. Moving down the waist swivel we talked about. The belt is pinstriped on, and that's done actually fairly well, except it doesn't line up on the different sides. It's close here. But not quite close over there. So, T-jointed ball joints for hips that are working well. and then they get you out to here, and then up to there, and so I mean really it's quite nice. And then thigh swivel, double jointed knee, getting you everything you could possibly want. Calf swivel, which is ridiculous, but it is there, and the black lines they're lined up at least, but you see they didn't quite judge properly there. Same on the other side there. And then feet have a hinge that goes all the way down to there, all the way up to there, and then a rocker. And that's this guy. And I don't know. I don't know. If you're a big fan of the character, you know, if you're like that guy, you're the one Batroc fan, then yeah, get him. Otherwise, if you're not building Thanos, I don't think that you'll necessarily need this fella. Not much to him, to be quite honest. Next up we have Hellcat. I don't know much about her, except that I think she's a defender, but she's just in the Avengers wave, and I think she's like one of these characters that's like died a bunch of times, come back, etc. I remember her look and everything, and this seems to be pretty close to what I remember, but let's talk about the toy itself. So the head is on a ball peg, just a straight up ball peg. There is a hinge. There is a hinge, so that's nice. So you do get that, and then it does swivel. But the hair is not gonna give you any kind of leeway, so you can't get it over this shoulder. But you get all the way to there. I'm not sure exactly how much more you would need, but it would be nice if it was a bit softer back here. Paint on the face is done really well. Got a little out there, and sometimes on the darker blue it gets on the lighter blue. But overall, that's really nice. There's nothing on the hair, it seems, which is unfortunate, but there is a fair amount of shading on the yellow. I don't know if that's showing up, but there's like an orangish in the abdomen, not so much on the chest, down in the thighs, and so on. So let's talk about this figure. It's pretty good, but it does have some issues. One of my issues with these female characters is when they don't sculpt underneath the breast, and they put the ball diaphragm joint in. I think it just looks a little awkward. You know, when they do it with Spider-Woman, who we'll look at next, they cut underneath the breast. It's just I feel like it's more effective, but whatever. Yellow paint with orange shading, and that's all you get there. Ball hinge shoulders, swivel there, so that's good. Elbows work fine, and they give you the bicep swivel, not ridiculously stiff like the Spider-Man ones, which is nice. Wrist swivel, but it has a hinge going this way and that way like she's a DJ, but not back and forward like she's going to claw something, which is they gave her a claw hand, so that's a little weird. Same on the other side, same type of wrist swivel, but this looks like it's a weapon holding hand. So although she comes with no accessories, you know, she could theoretically hold a weapon fine. We have this soft floating piece of blue glossy scarf, which is oddly sculpted, so it doesn't quite sit right. I think we've seen this before, and it never quite sits in a good place, but whatever. The hips are loose, which is unfortunate. I've been seeing this more and more here recently. You know, they're loose in there, so that stinks. Articulation-wise, we get it out there on the T-jointed ball joints and up to there, so not perfect. Thigh swivel, double-jointed knee. This does get us into a little bit of trouble here because, like, if you look at the arms, like the yellow isn't shaded here, so that throws it off there, but it is the same yellow, and then the blue is painted on. Down here, this is blue plastic, and the yellow is painted on. Yellow never covers anything, ever, and so it kind of throws the look off to me a little bit. It may not come across as obvious on camera as it does in real life, but it is dreadfully obvious. And the only nice thing about it is that they didn't shade the knee, so at least blends in with the knee, and I don't know if you kind of, what do they say, squint and tilt your head or whatever. And then we got a foot hinge here, and then a rocker. This rocker doesn't work really well, I found. I don't know if it's gummed up or something. I might need to take it off and clean it up. But this one works like a champ, so that's nice. Next up is Spider-Woman, and she comes with some accessories, and I love them. So they come with these two bits here, and they come with two of each, so you can put her in a pose that utilizes them. So you could have two of the winged ones, you know, or two of the more collapsed ones. And these are done actually quite nice. They're like a translucent, but some of the plastic is more built up. It really gives a webbish feel. They're actually really well thought out, and they just plug in to these little ports there, and we'll just get them out of the way now for the sake of taking a look at the figure. But quite nice. So the head is on just a straight up ball peg. This one has no hinge, pretty sure. Let's take a look. Yeah. And the paint on the face is done okay. The black gets a little off there and a little off there, but overall it's pretty nice. The lips look good. Even though they go a little bit over, it kind of doesn't hurt the figure. Pretty nice. The hair is this hard hair again. It does cause some problems in articulating her. I don't know why they would use this hard plastic there. It seems like a way, especially with they're utilizing softer and softer plastics. It just seems like a bizarre choice. Moving down the figure, this black and yellow here on her chest is done really well. It just gets a little off inside that chest right there, that boob, so to speak. Black paint around there, which is done nicely. We got the hinged, standard issue, ball hinged shoulders with a bicep swivel, elbows that work fine. That also swivel. And then this paint there in the black is a little buggered up, but the rest of it looks pretty clean. The yellow's done really well. Wrist has a swivel and a hinge, and it's shaded on the inside of the hand, which is quite nice. Same on the other side. Moving down the figure. So her diaphragm joint works phenomenally. You know, you get to an extreme angle and a little bit of the red post through there, but overall, very well done. The yellow and black is all really clean there, except the yellow is a little smudged right there. But quite nice. Her hips kind of suck, yeah, articulation-wise. They're T-jointed ball joints, but you only get out to there. So as far up as there. Forward's not really an issue. Thigh swivel, double-jointed knees. They chose a yellow plastic down here, which I understand why, but we still got some smudges. And we still couldn't get a thick enough layer of red paint to cover up yellow there, which seems a little lazy to me. This side's not done as well. We got yellow smudged up into the black and then black smudged up into the red. But this is something where, you know, the individual results will vary. We got hinged ankles, but once again, they go, you know, you can get down like she's taking a ballet step, but not much up, but a great rocker. So that's nice. Yeah, she works. You know, if she had that one ankle hinge that went like a notch up, you could really get some great stuff out of her. But even with her limitations, you know, like, look at that, she works. So let's talk about this set as if we're not getting Thanos, okay? As if Thanos isn't part of the selection making process. Skip Hellcat, skip Batroc, pick up Spider-Woman in an instant. She's great. The other two kind of suck. For my purposes, I'm happy with them because I'm just going to have them standing on a shelf. But for people that are really into these Marvel Legends, that are like really all about them and all that, I don't think that you'll be overly impressed. I know I'm not overly impressed. And I'm not as passionate about them as I know a lot of people are, so I'm pretty sure if you're super passionate about this line, this is not going to do it for you. Spider-Woman, on the other hand, I have the other Spider-Woman, and this is a huge upgrade, so I definitely recommend picking her up. If you're in it for the Thanos, well, you got to do what you got to do. I'm not going to knock your hustle, buddy. But I think that you're going to be dreadfully disappointed with the other two. Hellcat's, I think, would be a lot better if her hips were tight. You know, as opposed to the ones that I have. Like, I had to put them kind of, I don't even know what's going on in this situation here, but I had to put them like this because Hellcat's leaning up against Batroc in order to stand up because her hips just don't support, you know, her weight, really. You know, because they're just so, they're so loose. So, like, even when I have her on a shelf, I'm going to have to put her up against a more stable thing. Batroc is cool for me because I like having obscure characters and I don't need a whole lot of glitz and glam with a $20 figure and, you know, even out of this line because of the way I have them displayed. But she is the gem. Definitely pick her up if you see her. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I think you'll be as happy as I am. It's really a well-made unit, especially at its price point. So, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Till next time, take care.